Hello, I welcome all of you to chapter 12, part 2. They are growing up, Nathan said. Would you have them forever at your breast? Ah, no, I said wearily. They must go their way. Only it seems to me that their way lies far from here. Two sons have gone, now the third is going, and not to the land which is in his blood, but to be a servant, which he has never been. What does he know of such work? He will learn, said Nathan. He's quick and has an agile brain. Should you not be thankful that he goes no further than 2 days' journey, and that it is a good house that takes him? Kenny himself had assured you of that. You should be grateful that he has recommended our son. I am indeed, I said, flat and dispirited. He has done much for us. You brood too much, Nathan said, and think only of your trials, not of the joys that are still with us. Look at our land. Is it not beautiful? The fields are green and the grain is ripening. It'll be a good harvest year. There will be plenty. He coaxed me out in the sunlight and we sat down together on the brown earth that was part of us, and we gazed at the paddy fields spreading rich and green before us. They were indeed beautiful. The air was cool and still, yet the paddy caught what little movement there was, leaning slightly one way and the next with soft whispering. At one time there had been kingfishers here, flashing between the young shoots for our fish and pettibirds, and sometimes in the shallower reaches of the river, flamingos striding with ungainly precision among the water reeds, with plumage of a glory not of this earth. Now birds came no more, for the tannery lay closed, except crows and kites and such scavenging birds eager for the town's offal, or sometimes a palpita, skimming past with raucous cry but never stopping, perhaps dropping a blue-black feather in flight to delight the children. So coaxing means gently persuading, and Nathan actually tries to pacify her of the thoughts. So in the first part of the Farah, a pastoral scene is painted, and in the later part of that, a vivid picture of the village site is presented after the Henry comes. Nathan went and plucked a few green stems and brought them to me. See how firm and strong they are, no signs of disease at all. And look, the grain is already forming. I took the paddy from him and parted the grass, and there within its protective husk lay the rice grain, just big enough to see, quite perfect and holding in itself our lives. It promises a good harvest, he repeated eagerly. We shall be able to pay the landlord and eat, and perhaps even put by a little. We may be even we may even make enough to visit our son who would not that be good? Thus he sought to comfort me. After a time I was with him, thinking pleasurably of harvesting and of picking the pumpkins, felling on the vine, and visiting our son. And so we made our plans. Before long, Kenny brought me news of my third son. He was doing well, he said. His employer was pleased with his work. He would be well looked after, and I had no cause for his anxiety. The boy would soon be writing to me himself. It is very kind of you to tell me, I said. You have done much for me and mine. It is nothing, he said. You ask little. I glanced at him, sitting there in our hut with long, haggard face and eyes like kingfisher's wing, living among us who were not his people in a country, not his own. And all of a sudden, I was moved to ask him if he was indeed alone. Alone? He said. I'm never alone. Do you not see the crowds always at my door? Have you ever known me lacking a following? Known me to lack a following? I did not mean that, I said, quietly waiting. He did not reply at once. His face as shriveled. I have offended him, I thought, panic overcoming me. Why did I have to speak? The silence deepened. Then at last he looked up. I'm surprised you had not asked me before, he said. It is many years since I saw you in your mother's house. Well, I thought, if I have not asked, it is because I have not dared. There's a look about you that is quelling, and your manner forbids such talk. I said awkwardly. I have thought about it more than once, but it is not my place to ask questions. You come and go, and it is your own concern. I do not know what made me ask you now, yet since you have asked, I will tell you, he said. I had the usual encumbrances that men have, wife, children, home that would have put chains about me, but I resisted, and so I am alone. As for coming and going, I do as I please. For am I not my own master? I work among you when my spirit fills it. I go when I'm tired of your follies and stupidities, your eternal shameful poverty. I can only take you people, he said, in small doses. I was smiling, silent, taking no offense. Barbed words, but what matter from one so gentle? Harsh talk from one in whom the springs of tenderness gushed abundant as I knew. I told you what you did in a moment of lunacy, he said. I do not want it repeated. I'm not cursed with a gossip stun, I said, annoyed. I would not repeat what you have said. Never understand. I understand. He rose to his feet and without another word was gone, walking with long, quick strides and stooping little as always. A strange nature, only partly within my understanding. A man half in shadows, half in light, defying knowledge. So, with that, we come to the end of chapter 12. And we could say in encumbrances, the encumbrances are actually obligations, duties. And we can see how Rukmani he cannot understand their perspectives or sorry, not perspectives, their passiveness. The wife, children, and home are the three reasons that could prevent him from coming to India, actually. So, actually, he had left them all behind and had come to India just to treat the people, just to have a sort of free and carefree life in India. So in here we see only one aspect of Kenny's life. There is another part which people like Rukmini don't understand. The annoyance he faces like Indians don't ask for rights, don't demand, they suffer in silence, their fates are different. So, so as a conclusion, we can say how Rukmani's sons leave home, bringing out the generational difference. Kenny's character is thus further revealed all through the tannery theoretically brings opportunity to the town. It's important to note that it doesn't really improve the local quality of life. So we can conclude the passage thus. We can conclude the chapter thus. So with that, we end chapter 12, and in the next video, we'll be meeting with chapter 13. So do subscribe to my channel, like my video, and click the bell icon for more notifications. Thank you.